everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome to my channel if you're new around here. So I've just come back from a 2-week trip to Walt Disney World in Orlando, and in today's video I thought I would share with you guys everything that I bought while I was there. So as you're watching this video, I landed a week ago and I still haven't unpacked any of my bits and pieces that I picked up while I was on the trip. I've been quite good at actually unpacking, but unpacking the stuff that I bought is another story. I don't think I went too crazy this trip. While I was there and the days we were packing, I was sort of thinking, okay, maybe I went a little bit overboard considering we were literally only there for 2 weeks. However, I don't think I actually went as overboard and as crazy as I thought I did. Some of you watching this haul might be excessive. This might be more than what you would ever buy yourself if you were going on a Disney trip. However, I'm someone who loves collecting things, and I've had some things kind of on my wish list for a while that I've seen on Instagram. I'm a sucker for buying anything that Disney Food Blog recommends or shares on their Instagram and stuff. So yeah, I don't think I went crazy, but I definitely bought a fair bit of stuff. So I thought without further ado we can get into it and I'll show you everything that I bought on my September trip to Walt Disney World. So I should probably start off with what I'm wearing. This jumper is the brand new, I think it's brand new, I've never seen it before. It's the white Mickey Mouse Walt Disney World jumper, and you guys will know, if you've known me for a while, you've been following me for a while, you may have seen me wear the grey Disneyland California version of this jumper. That jumper is probably one of my most prized possessions. It is my comfort jumper. Whenever I don't know what I want to wear, that's what I wear. If I just need comforting, or to be honest, I just wear it multiple times a week, every single week, no matter the weather. It's my go-to jumper for kind of anything. It's kind of a light grey, basically the same as this, but just says Disneyland on it, and I actually bought that jumper secondhand from a vintage kilo sale 5 years ago now. So I think the jumper is actually from the 80s or the 90s originally, and I bought it secondhand and have worn it probably every week for the last 5 years. As you can probably imagine, it's starting to go a little bit thin. It's very worn, but I love it. It's my favourite piece of clothing that I own. So when I saw they had it in white in the Walt Disney World version, I knew I had to buy it. It's sort of like an off-white cream colour. I am obsessed. Not gonna lie, as I'm filming this, I've been home a day and I've already had to wash it because I spilt chocolate croissant on it on the plane, but it came out, so it's all good. But yeah, this jumper I can already tell is going to be my comfort jumper 2.0. It was one of the first things I bought. I didn't take any jumpers out there with me. If you watch my pack with me, you'll know this because I had planned to buy a jumper. This actually wasn't the one I planned to buy. I really wanted to get a 2022 jumper because I've got one from 2016 and 2019, and I thought, let's make it a tradition to buy the jumper of the year when I go. However, I noticed they didn't have anything with 2022 on at all, nothing. And I know that it's probably because they're doing the 50th anniversary merch at the moment, and so I can understand why they're not, but I don't know, I was kind of sad to see nothing with 2022 on it. I'm a sucker for anything that has the year on it, so yeah, that was kind of disappointing, but I love this one, and I can already tell that I'm going to get so much wear out of it. I wore it all the time on the trip, pretty much any time that I needed a jumper. This is what I threw on if we were in air conditioning and it was cold, if we were in the room. The couple of days after the hurricane, the weather was weird, it was so cold, so I ended up wearing this jumper quite a lot, and yeah, I can already tell that I've made a good purchase with this. So the next thing that I bought, or the next few things that I bought should I say, probably won't come to many of you as a surprise. If you know me in real life, or again, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll probably know that I have a bit of a thing for collecting mugs, and more specifically the Starbucks Been There series mugs. I blame my mum for this because she started collecting them years ago, and now I collect them too. We kind of share a collection, but we have kind of some of our own as well. And my mum has all of the Walt Disney World mugs from when we went in 2016. They're the old design that they used to do, and they're hers. So when I move out, I obviously can't take those with me because they're not mine. So I knew that I wanted to buy myself some more Starbucks mugs, and obviously this year is all the 50th ones, so I thought now's the perfect time to buy them. So I did go a little bit crazy and buy 6 Starbucks mugs on this trip, which I have a problem, okay, I'm admitting it, it's fine, but I love these mugs, and they're just so very special to me. I'm a big fan of collecting mugs anyway. I didn't buy any park mugs on this trip. I just bought the Starbucks ones, so I'm not going to get them all out of the boxes because they're very well wrapped up at the moment. They're going to go in the loft so that when I move out I can take them with me. We have no space in our cupboards, but I'm going to insert a photo and I'll talk through them all. So I obviously bought all 4 of the park ones, so Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom and Epcot. I think my favourite park one is probably either Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom. I think they're really cute mugs. I then also bought the Florida mug. I was torn between Orlando and Florida, but ultimately I think I preferred the design of the Florida mug. It's baby pink on the inside and lime green, which are 2 of my favourite colours, so that was a must. The Orlando one was cute, but very similar to a lot of the ones I already have. It's very similar to the New York and the Miami mugs that I have, so I decided not to get the Orlando one, which was restraint for me, like, be proud of me. And the next one I bought was the Universal one, which I actually hadn't planned to buy, and I didn't even realise they made one, but as soon as I realised they made one I had to go and buy it because, yeah, I'm obsessed with them all. And yeah, like I say, they're not going to be used at the moment. They're going to be packaged up in the loft ready for me to move out again, because yeah, there's no space in our house for these mugs. I sent the photos to my mum and I was like, you're gonna hate me, but look what I've bought. So yeah, very proud of those. I had to take them home as hand luggage because I didn't want to risk them getting smashed, and they were all fine. So that is that. Next up, I thought I'd talk you through everything else that I bought. These are all like physical things that I can actually show you. I shoved everything in this giant Tesco bag, and the fact that I've only managed to fill up one reusable bag with stuff I think is a good sign. First up, kind of random, I guess I didn't technically buy this as a souvenir, but it is my resort mug. Obviously if you stay in a Disney World resort you get a resort mug to use, and it's $20 for your trip, and you can use it at any resort for refillable drinks, hot or cold. I honestly wasn't sure how much we were going to get use out of these because I didn't know how much time we were going to be spending at the resort, but obviously the hurricane happened and we actually did spend a lot of time at the resort in the end, and these mugs came in so handy. I got the gold and blue one, but yeah, I really like them. I do wish they had more designs because we all had to get a different one so that we didn't like mix up whose was whose, and that got kind of tricky, but I like that they've got the 50th on. I'm a sucker for anything with the 50th on, so that was a must. I bought it home. I don't think you can reuse old ones anymore. I know that used to be the case, you could take them back and reuse them. I don't think you can, so it might have to go in my memory box as like something that I never use again, but I don't know, it was very handy and I did use it a lot. The next thing I'm going to show you is probably like my big purchase of the trip, and again this is something that I'd seen prior to going out there, but when I saw these I knew I had to have them, and when I finally found them in my size I was very happy. These are the Walt Disney World Vans collection. I probably shouldn't put my hand under there because I have actually worn them in the parks, but I am obsessed with these Vans. I love Vans, they're my favourite trainers. Vans and Converse are my favourite trainers, and I love collecting kind of cool looking Vans. These are probably my favourite pair of Vans that I've ever owned. I'm obsessed. I originally hadn't planned on wearing them. I thought I'll keep them for nice, but I did end up wearing them in the parks. I think they might be becoming my new go-to park shoes. Like I have my Loungefly and then I'll have my go-to park shoes, and I think these are going to be it. But they've got Walt Disney World written across the side. They've got the little like retro logo on the back, which I love. Anything with this logo on it, I love it. And then all across they've got like little prints of everything in the park. So they've got like the Main Street train station, Tom Sawyer Island, Everest, the train is even on here. I think Epcot is on there somewhere. I think it might mostly be Magic Kingdom stuff. Jungle Cruise, and yeah, I'm obsessed. I think, yeah, actually looking at these now, that it's just Magic Kingdom on these, but I love them. I think they're so cool, they're so comfy. They did rip my feet up the first day that I wore them, which is my own fault for wearing brand new trainers to the parks, but I've broken them in now, so they're absolutely fine. The next thing, as it was in the top of the bag, I may as well just pull things out at random, is this print from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We actually got given these on the way out, and yeah, very cute. I think I'm going to give this to my friend because I think he'll really appreciate this. I don't think I'm going to really put it anywhere, and I kind of don't want it to go to waste, so I might give this to my friend as a little gift. But it's basically a Halloween print of the castle, and it has Mickey's Not So Scary on it as well. and it's also got the 50th logo again at the bottom. So yeah, I kept this flat in my suitcase because I was really worried about breaking it. So next up, I'll show you some of the fashion items that I bought, some of the t-shirts. I'm a sucker for a t-shirt. Anything with like Disney World on it, I just love. And I firstly picked up this one, which I have wanted this t-shirt for 3 years. I'm not even joking. However, on my program, they were pretty much always sold out in my size, so I didn't end up buying it. But I finally got it on this trip, and it is the yellow Walt Disney World retro t-shirt, and again it has the like fun logo on it that I love. I love this t-shirt. It's my favourite thing. I've worn it so many times already. I wore it like 3 times on the trip. I love it. I wore it on the plane home, hence why it's a little bit creased. It needs to go in the wash. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this t-shirt. I think it's so cool, and I'm so happy that I finally own it. I can already tell it's gonna be one of those things that I get a lot of wear out of at home, as well as obviously in the parks. Yeah, I just think it's very, very cool. The next one is also a Disney t-shirt. This one's a little bit different for me, and it is the t-shirt from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Again, these t-shirts are quite creased. I've washed everything from the trip already, apart from the t-shirts, because I knew that I wanted to show you guys. But yeah, this is the Not So Scary t-shirt that I bought. Hadn't planned on buying a t-shirt. I was originally just going to buy a pin. In fact, I don't even think I bought a pin, which is great. But I bought a t-shirt instead. The reason I bought the t-shirt is because the back of it is just so cool. I kind of wish this was on the front, I'm not gonna lie, but I love it, and it glows in the dark, which is very fun. I also like that it's kind of like a distressed like pattern on the front. I don't know, I just think it looks really cool, and again quite subtle. It's not really subtle, is it? But again, something I think I'll probably get a lot of wear out of. I'm a jumpers in the winter kind of gal, and I like wearing a t-shirt under my jumpers, so I know I'll probably get a lot of wear out of it. Might even wear it like on Halloween or something. Speaking of Halloween, the next t-shirt I got was actually from probably my favourite day of the entire trip, or my favourite evening of the entire trip, should I say. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. There is a couple of Universal bits in here which I'll show you, as well as obviously the Disney stuff. I thought I was going to hate Halloween Horror Nights. As you'll see from the vlog, I don't think I actually filmed anything while we were there, but I do plan on talking about it in the vlog. Oh my god, you guys, I'm obsessed. I think I've got a new obsession for Halloween Horror Nights. It was so fun. So of course I had to pick up a t-shirt. I noticed that the t-shirts seemed to be like a thing. A lot of people walking around Universal had t-shirts on from 2017, 2019, last year. So I think it's like a thing to get the t-shirt for the year. So I picked up the 2022 one. Again, I'm sorry for how creased it is. You guys are genuinely going to think that I don't own an iron. I do. This has all just been in my suitcase. But it's got like a little, like the Horror Nights logo on the front and on the side on the sleeve. And then on the back, it has all of the houses that were on this year. Again, I'll talk more about it in the vlog, but these were just some of the houses if you guys want to pause and have a look. I love this t-shirt. I think it's really cool, and again, I'll probably get a lot of use out of it because it's just a black t-shirt and can't really go wrong with them. Whilst I'm showing you the Universal t-shirt, I may as well show you the other Universal t-shirt that I bought. And again, I've seen this one before and didn't buy it, and they've changed it since, and I now think I prefer it. But it is this Universal Studios one that is in kind of that same like washed, like acid washed, distressed style. Is that some fluff on it? I think it is. I love the retro like neon logo. I think it's really cool. Originally I was going to buy it as like a pin or like a print or something, but I absolutely love the t-shirt. I think it's really cool, and again, something that I know that I'm going to wear a lot. I just love wearing a t-shirt with like mum jeans, especially when it has like a fun print on the front. So yeah, this one was really cool. But yeah, the next t-shirt, I think this is the final item of clothing that I bought. You guys are going to be so proud of me. I didn't buy any ears on this trip. There was not a single pair of ears that I thought I like them enough to buy them. There was one pair that I kept trying to find. I saw them, didn't buy them, and then every day since was like, oh, maybe I'll buy them, maybe I'll buy them. And the day that I finally caved to buy them, they'd stopped selling them. I couldn't find them anywhere across property. So that was a sign, I think, to not buy any ears on that trip. I have enough, I think, for now. But yeah, the final t-shirt that I bought is this one. This is probably my favourite. Annoyingly, it is way too big for me. I bought it in a small, not an extra small, because I couldn't find an extra small. And it's meant to be oversized anyway, and it is huge. So I think I'm going to maybe have to like find a way to tailor it for it to be a little bit smaller, because at the moment it is excessively big, but I couldn't leave it. I absolutely love the design of this. It's like a blue tie-dye t-shirt with Walt Disney World embroidered into it. Like this is not even printed, you guys. This is like embroidered in. Then it's got little Mickeys on the front as well. Yeah, I mean, you can probably tell how huge it is just from me holding it up. It is massive, but I couldn't leave it behind. Honestly, I'm obsessed with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know how I'm going to wear it. Originally I was just going to wear it with cycling shorts, and I tried it on with cycling shorts and it came down to my knees, so we'll see. But yeah, I am obsessed with this t-shirt, and again, it was one that I saw and then the next day I had to go back and buy it, which is kind of what I'm guilty for doing a lot of the time. I'll look at something and think that's nice, but I don't need it, and then the next day I've bought it. Alright, the next thing in this little bag here is technically also clothing, but it's not actually for me. Ellie, if you're watching, stop watching for the next like 5 minutes or so, because there's something in here that's a surprise for you. She actually asked me to pick her up the 50th Spirit jersey because she obviously couldn't come on this trip with us. Ellie's a teacher, so she couldn't come with us on the trip, which is sad because we went in September. But I did pick her up the 50th Spirit jersey that she asked for. We tried so hard to find a medium, but we couldn't find them anywhere, so I ended up getting a different size, but I'm sure she won't mind. And this is what it looks like. It's like purple and then has Walt Disney World on the back. I'm not gonna lie, now that I've bought this home, I regret not buying one for myself, but I also don't think I need another Spirit jersey because I have 3 and I don't really wear them as it is. So yeah, but I know that Ellie wears them all the time, so we got her this one as her little present, even though she couldn't come, which I thought was really sweet. She asked us to get it for her. And the other thing that I actually bought her, Ellie, if you're still watching, please stop watching right now. But I actually picked her up this little keychain with a Main Street trash can on it. For those of you who don't know, if you didn't watch the vlogs on my programme, Ellie was my roommate on the Disney College programme, and she was custodial on Main Street, so this I feel like is pretty special, and just, I don't know, I can't believe they sell these, but yeah, very cool. And again, I sort of wish I got myself one, you know. She has a thing for the Main Street trash cans, so that is for Ellie. She didn't ask for it, but I saw it and I couldn't leave it behind. Next up in this bag, very random, didn't technically buy this, but it's a lei from the Polynesian. I now have about 6 of these lying around my house. However, I will always keep them because you never know when you're going to need one, so a lei from the Poly. Next up, I kept my cup from Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. This is like the reusable one, so you can get like your drinks in here, like alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I think you can use them in the Coke Freestyle machines as well, and it's just very handy to have like walking around, so you haven't got to keep buying plastic, because that is the one thing that I will say. I am someone who hates using single-use plastic. I will avoid it at all costs, and the amount of single-use plastic I've used on this trip, because I have no other choice, especially cutlery, is so annoying. So when I saw they were doing reusable cups, I had to buy one. I also think it's a cute little memento. It also flashes, so fun. It's got Halloween Horror Nights on the front, so yeah, like this. And will I ever use it again? Maybe. I do quite like it. I think it's quite cool. Yeah, kept the cup. Next up, a couple of the like freebie bits that I always end up bringing home. I've got an Epcot guide map. I had planned on bringing these home for all the parks because it obviously has the 50th on them. Didn't end up doing it. I've got a Magic Kingdom one and this one, but yeah. I also have one from Mickey's Not So Scary, which is a little bit battered. These don't stay nice, do they? I always pick them up and I'm like, I'm going to keep this nice, keep it flat, and then it ends up looking like this. So that's good. I've also got a little card from Gideon's. Oh my god, Gideon's in Disney Springs. If you guys haven't yet tried it, it's well worth putting your name on the wait list because it was incredible. Loved it. Picked up a free card. It's got the menu on the back. Turns out I've actually got 2 of these little Mickey's Not So Scary things. This one is in better condition, so I probably will keep this one. Don't know where this one came from, not gonna lie. I also have my passport from Epcot Food and Wine Festival. We didn't do food and wine properly, I don't think. I didn't fill out the passport. We didn't do the cheese thing. We didn't do the Remy count. I started doing it in a vlog and then it all kind of went a bit wrong. If you guys are interested, the vlogs will be up soon. We had planned on doing a whole other day of food and wine, but I don't need to mention the fact there was a hurricane. It didn't happen. There was more important things going on. So yeah, have the passport, didn't really use it, but it does have all the menu inside, which is really helpful because then it tells you where everything is, so I'm glad that we kept this. Then next up, something that I sort of unintentionally started collecting is coasters. Anytime you go to a bar in Disney, and obviously I didn't know this because I've never been to a bar in Disney before, this is the first time that I've been old enough to go to a bar in Disney, they give you coasters every time you go. So I've got one from Coronado Springs from when we went to Barcelona Lounge. We also went to Dahlia Lounge in Coronado and loved them both. I think I preferred Barcelona Lounge. Dahlia was very loud, like a lot of people in a small space, so yeah. But have a little Coronado Springs coaster. They're just cardboard, they're like little beer mats that you get in a pub, but I think I've decided that I might start collecting them because I think they're a really cute little keepsake and they're obviously really small. I then also have one from Nomad Lounge in Animal Kingdom, also has Tiffins on the back. Yeah, very cute, love this one. This one is from Homecoming in Disney Springs, probably one of my favourite places that we ate, if not my favourite, so I'm very, very glad that I have this to kind of remember that by. I didn't end up using the coasters, they sort of put them on the table and obviously you're supposed to put your drink on it. I didn't, I put it straight in my bag. The final coaster that I have is from Ogre's Cantina in Galaxy's Edge. Ogre's Cantina was so fun. And yeah, I'm glad I have a coaster from that as well. I like that they do these. It's a nice little freebie. If you're not someone who's into buying lots of merch or you don't want to spend a lot of money when you're there, these are a nice little keepsake. Would highly recommend. Speaking of keepsakes and like free things that you just get on a Disney trip, I love keeping tickets. I love keeping my park tickets. Even though we have magic bands, we still asked for a ticket because we wanted the 50th ones. So originally I got the Minnie Mouse 50th one. Didn't end up using it at all. Like I say, we have magic bands, so I didn't need it, but we just wanted them because they're the 50th ones and they're very cute. I did, however, have a physical ticket for Mickey's Not So Scary. This one has Mission Space on it, which is my least favourite attraction ever, but here we are, we can't choose. However, that ticket ended up not working at some point in the night and basically stopped letting me into stuff, so I had to go and get a new ticket and they gave me a Bo Peep 50th one, which was very cute. So I'm going to keep those. I like keeping tickets. I think, again, they're nice, they're small, they're just a nice little keepsake. I might do a little scrapbook and I'll put them in there. I also have my Universal ticket, but that was a paper one because we got upgraded from my annual passes, or we got like free tickets from our annual passes. So that's a paper one, which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? I found my Magic Kingdom guide map. It's not in the best condition, I'm not gonna lie. But I'll probably keep it anyway. So this next thing I bought in the Co-op Marketplace in Disney Springs. In fact, same with the next thing after that as well. I just got a magnet. I bought this with the intention of sticking it on my car, and I've since realised that I don't think it's designed to be a car magnet. However, I think I'm still going to stick it on my car and just see if it gets stolen / ruined. I don't really know. It was like $15, so I don't know if I want to wreck it by putting it on my car, but also it's too big to be a fridge magnet, so I think it might just have to go on my car and I'm just gonna have to chance it. I really wanted a car magnet basically, and I did actually find one later on in the trip, but I'd already bought this one by then, and yeah. But it just has Walt Disney World on it and all the like park icons, etc. Very cute, and yeah, I wanted the cast member one from when I was a cast member, but obviously I can't get that anymore, so yeah. This next thing might actually be one of my favourite things I bought, kind of randomly. Like, I don't know, it's nothing like crazy big or special, but I'm very excited for this. This is a original copy. It's not obviously an original, but it's a copy of the original Magic Kingdom park map. I've not taken it out of the packaging yet because I really want to frame it. I think I might have to get it out to like lay it flat. Should we open it right now? Let's do that. Okay, here it is. How freaking cool is this? So it's part of the Vault collection that they've done for the 50th. And again, I bought this in the Co-op Marketplace in Springs, and oh my god, it's so cool. I know it's obviously not an original, it's obviously just a copy of the original, but I just think it's so cool and so fun. I love the colours on it. I'm gonna frame it and put it up somewhere in my room, I think maybe up here. And yeah, very excited about that. I'm gonna have to find a frame for it. Speaking of kind of nostalgic collector's items, the next two things were technically also free, but they technically also cost $6 each. And it is the two plushes that we got from Animal Kingdom in Dino Land. Again, you'll see more in the vlog, but basically we decided to do all of the like carnival games in Dino Land because Dino Land is sadly gonna be knocked down and refurbished and like changed at some point in the near future, so it might be the last time that we ever go to Dino Land, which is very sad because I actually really like it in that area. But we decided to do some of the little carnival games, and we didn't realise how easy it was actually going to be to win the prizes. We have come home with so many of these, like so many. The first one that I got, I actually didn't play any of the games. It was down to Drew and Sophie. I'm rubbish at games like that, but they, I didn't want to waste my tickets, so I just bought tickets and gave it to them. But the first one is this little Mickey, and he's wearing his little Dino Land outfit. Like the Dino Institute outfit. It also said Animal Kingdom on the foot, which I think is very cute, and I think these could be worth some money one day. Like once Dino Land is gone, these could be worth something. I don't know if I'd ever sell them, but they're very cute. The other one I got is a little, is this a Triceratops? I think it is, from Triceratops Spin. Do you know the little ride that's in Dino Land? Yeah. Look at his face, he's just so precious. I love him. And again, it says Animal Kingdom on the foot, so considering these cost $6 each, I don't think that's too bad. Okay, should we do pins next? I feel like pins might be a nice little transition. I've got a whole bag of pins here. I actually bought quite a lot of pins on this trip. Not as many as I thought, but I still bought a few. I didn't actually buy any of the 50th pins on this trip because I actually already have two. Sophie, who I went on this trip with, also went back in June, and she very kindly picked me up 2 of the 50th pins because I was worried they were going to sell out before we managed to get out there. They didn't. They had them all back in stock, but she bought them for me before, so I've already got the 50th ones. But I'll show you the other ones I got as well. First up, not really a pin, but I got a badge for donating to the Conservation Fund at Animal Kingdom. I donated literally $1, but I got a badge. The first pin is from Gideon's Bakehouse when we went to Gideon's in Springs. I wanted something to remember it by because although I had the little card, obviously you can't take like a cookie home and keep that as a keepsake. And they had these pins by the registers, and I thought they were pretty cool, and it was actually only $8 I want to say, which I think is pretty good for a pin, and it looks chunky as well, so yeah, I love that. Then this is actually the very first thing that I bought on the whole trip, and it was the Coronado Springs pin. This one actually does says 2022 on it on the packaging, but it's the limited edition 25th anniversary pin. They actually only made 2,000 of these, and so I obviously had to pick one up. I was going to get one anyway, but this is the one that I picked up. It's got the 3 Caballeros on it and Coronado Springs. Big fan. I love collecting a pin from everywhere that I've stayed on property. I think it's such a fun idea. Next one is one that I've actually wanted for so long, and it has been in my Shop Disney basket multiple times, and I've just not bought it because I just thought it seems silly when we're literally going back. So I finally got it this time, and it is the retro, again, Vault Collection like license plate pin. I think this is so cool. They actually had a full-size license plate, like one of these, and I very nearly bought it, but I was sort of like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, so I bought the pin, and yeah. The next one is the pin from Epcot Food and Wine Festival. I'm not gonna lie, they didn't have a great selection of pins. Even the pass holder pins weren't that nice. But the one I picked up says paint your palette purple, and it obviously has Figment on it. I controversially very much love Figment, so I'm happy that he's on a pin. But yeah, it's not the nicest pin, it's not my favourite pin, but I wanted a Food and Wine pin, so that is the one that I got. The next one, okay, this one is the one that I bought from Universal. It's actually technically 2 pins. And it's got E.T. on it. How cute is that? For those of you who don't know, I adore E.T. E.T. is one of my favourite films of all time. It's one of my favourite characters ever. Like, I love the attraction. I love E.T. So when I saw these pins, I had to have them, and they're very cute. Yeah. Next up, I actually bought a Harmonious pin, and I know what you're going to say. Harmonious isn't great. Well, I beg to differ. I freaking loved Harmonious. I thought it was really good. Probably not like the best show I've ever seen ever, like it's not, but considering I had quite a limited view when I was watching it, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So I had to buy a pin because also it is closing, it's ending soon, so, or next year, so I doubt I'm gonna get to see it again, so I decided to get a pin to remember it by, and yeah, I really like the pin. I think it's cool. But yeah, I really liked Harmonious, so for those of you who don't, be quiet. Okay, the last thing in here actually isn't a pin, but it is a necklace, and for those of you who watch my 2019 vlogs, you might remember I bought this necklace and I wore it every day after I came home from the programme. In fact, I don't think I took it off since the day that I bought it. However, last year, I can't remember when it was, like early last year, it snapped like clean in half, and I lost the charm and I was really sad about it basically. So I replaced it with the Ana Luisa one that I now currently am wearing. However, when I saw it again, they still had it. I don't know, I felt like I had to have it again because it was such a staple for me to have this necklace. So I'm not sure when I'm going to wear it, if I'm going to wear it anytime soon, but I might wait till this one breaks and then switch to this one. But I love this one and very glad they still make it because I was very sad when it broke. So the next thing we picked up was actually towards the end of the trip. Obviously I've mentioned the hurricane a few times, and firstly I would just like to say that I honestly was so sad seeing kind of the devastation of it, and would encourage you to look into it and donate if you can, in terms of like the relief fund and everything. We were very lucky when we were in Coronado Springs that we were very well looked after. There was very minimal damage. We slept through it pretty much, so we do feel very lucky. However, there were 2 days where we didn't have anything to do, so we decided to go to the shop in Coronado and buy a couple of games. We bought Disney Monopoly, which we actually didn't end up playing, because we actually spent a lot of time watching TV instead, but we did buy Uno and played Uno quite a lot, and I'm a sucker for Uno. My family love Uno, so I kept this because we bought it on the gift card that we were given when we booked the trip, but I decided to keep this because I love Uno, my family love Uno, and this is Disney Parks Uno, so the cards have icons from California and Walt Disney World on them, and I'm obsessed. We played this so many times. I love Uno. Okay, on to the last couple of bits now, and these next two things actually aren't from Disney. We went over to Celebration, which was such a cool day. I loved Celebration. I wanted to get something to remember Celebration by. So the first thing I got is this little magnet, which I don't love the magnet, I'm not gonna lie. It was sort of an impulse purchase. I wanted it to say Celebration on it and it didn't, but it's just a little magnet that says Home Sweet Home. It has the Florida like outline on it, which is cute. Nothing against it, but it's nothing like crazy special. I then also bought a Celebration sticker. I really wanted a postcard. The only one that I found had a really like slightly dodgy, blurry photo of Celebration in the dark, which I didn't love, so I got a sticker instead. And now I'm contemplating maybe, I'm hoping to get a new suitcase soon. I might start sticking them on the suitcase maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but it has a flamingo on it. I just wanted something to remember Celebration by, because it was a very fun day out. So that is what I got in Celebration. And then next thing in this little bag is actually a Christmas decoration, and it is actually the Epcot Starbucks like tumbler cup. And you guys know, if you've seen any of my Christmas vlogs, I have quite an unhinged Christmas tree. I will literally buy any decoration that I like and put it on my tree. I don't really have a theme other than like chaos and things that I love. I really wanted the monorail Christmas tree decoration and the Skyliner, but they're huge and I have quite a small tree at the moment. I just thought they'd look a bit silly, so I decided to buy the Epcot Starbucks tumbler instead, which I think is really cute. Ironically, we were looking for the big version of this for the entire trip and didn't find it, but we did find the mini one, so I got the little Christmas tree decoration. Very cute, big fan. I love Epcot. The next two things I bought, I honestly cannot wait to crack these open and use them, and I also think that's such a very cool idea. So these are the Bow's signature candles memories collection things, and so I actually found these in Springs, and it actually has the it says resort signatures on it, and when I smelt it I kind of thought, is this actually what the resorts use? And I smelt it and I couldn't really decide. So every time we walked into a resort after that, I smelt the lobby, which sounds weird, but I smelt the lobby, and I can confirm this scent is maybe not the exact same scent they use in the resorts. I don't know if they use these or not, but these do smell very similar, if not the same. I can't open it now, but this, I got the wax melt. Yeah, it literally smells the same. It's a very clean, fresh scent. But yeah, this is what the lobbies of the Disney resorts smell like, which I'm obsessed with. Love that. I also bought it in Reed diffuser version, although I just looked at the thing and it says memories collection on it rather than resort signatures, so did I pick up the wrong one? I'm not sure. I mean, either way I'll probably still use it, but I'm thinking I may have picked up, oh no, it's the right one. It says resort signatures on it. Okay, that's okay. I panicked then for a second, but I'm so excited to crack these open. I think I'm going to open the Reed diffuser first, put it on my shelf and make my room smell like the lobby of a Disney resort, because why the heck not? Okay, we're down to the last 2 items. I'm getting very hot in this jumper, and I feel like maybe I actually did buy quite a lot of stuff. The next item is very well wrapped, so I'm just gonna have to quickly unwrap it. But again, this is something that I think I'm gonna put in the bag with the Starbucks mugs and keep them nice for when I next move out, because I don't really have a purpose for them right now. But I decided to buy some coasters, and I got the ones from the Riviera. The resorts have started making these, and as I've noticed, where they have coasters themed on each resort. So these are the Riviera ones. Sophie bought the Polynesian and Coronado's ones because they kind of had a similar vibe, but I just loved the Riviera ones. I love in particular this one. It looks like a proper, I don't know, I really like it. They're like proper tiled ones, and I'm obsessed. I love the little pink one. Don't love this one as much, it's just Mickey and Minnie, but I love how subtle the other ones are, and I love this one because I love the Riviera's like logo and theming. Yeah, I love these. I think they're very cool, and they were $21, so not even that expensive, like for 4 coasters. So if you want a little keepsake from the resort you stayed at, have a look for the coasters, because most resorts I think do have them now. Okay, and the final thing I bought from my trip to Walt Disney World this year, again, I guess technically I didn't buy it, but I also technically did. We went to Trader Sam's on one of the nights, which is in the Polynesian. For those of you who don't know, it's a bar in the Polynesian, like a tiki bar, and you have to put your name on a list. It's very, like, not exclusive, but it's very small, so you have to put your name down, and the wait time is like 3 hours long. But when you order certain drinks, if you pay a little bit extra, you can also keep the mug that you had your drink in, although they actually give you a new mug, so you don't keep the one you actually use. They give you a clean one that's not been used before, which I think is really good, because usually, like for example with the Horror Nights cup, this had stuff in it, I've had to wash it out, whereas this has never been used. It was wrapped in bubble wrap. So this is the Trader Sam's cocktail mug that I got. I had a Mai Tai to get this, I think, and it wasn't the nicest cocktail ever, but I loved the cup. So yeah, you can put what, I mean, you can put whatever you wanted in here really. It's just like a big china cup. It's quite heavy, but what I loved about it is the fact it says Trader Sam's on the back. I have a new love for Trader Sam's. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, very fun. Love the mug. I think it's very cool, a very fun experience, and the mug is just a very great reminder of the great memories we made at Trader Sam's. It was very cool. But yeah, that I'm pretty sure is everything I bought in Walt Disney World and Universal this year. I definitely could have gone a lot more crazy. On the last couple of days I did see a lot of things that I liked. For example, the fluffy pink Spirit jersey, which I am filled with so much regret for not buying, but it is what it is. Also the Epcot 40th merch got released the day we came home, which I'm gutted about because I really want a pin. So I might have to have a hunt if I see if I can find one somewhere. But yeah, we did quite good in terms of buying things, I think. And everything I bought feels like quite nice as well, and like stuff that I'm going to use or display or wear. And yeah, I can't believe I didn't buy any ears though. That is shocking to me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have a trip to Walt Disney World coming up very soon, firstly, I'm incredibly jealous, but secondly, have the best time, and I hope maybe you saw something in this little haul that you would like. Don't forget, if you are buying things in Walt Disney World, if you see something you like, buy it then and there, because chances are you won't see it again, which is exactly what happened to me on multiple occasions. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon when the vlogs start. I would like to just put a disclaimer out there. I don't know how good the vlogs are gonna be. I tried my best to vlog this trip, but it just didn't always happen. I kept forgetting. They might be all over the place, but we'll see. I'll try and edit them the best I can, and like I can always include other clips and I can explain some bits. So hopefully they'll be good. I hope you enjoy them. But yeah, if not, I'll see you all again very soon with another video. Bye!